Rejection sensitive dysphoria. What is that? Okay, does your child do this or feel like this, or your sibling, or anyone who is neurodivergent especially? Before I describe it, I'll just state that it's okay. I'll describe it. I'll define it by saying it's an actual disorder that happens in the frontal lobe, where you process and regulate emotion, thoughts, all of that. There is a clear misfiring that happens there for neurodivergent people, where many autistics and ADHD folk can't regulate their emotions. And that is where RSD happens in the frontal lobe because of that same reason, inability to regulate emotions. And also because it comes with the inability to, the frontal lobe misfiring, also comes with the inability to really gauge what someone means and for you to pass on what you mean in an understandable way to someone who's neurotypical. So there's going to be already that misunderstanding that happens anyway, because the brain doesn't want to understand the way neurotypical people do. So you already aren't understanding clearly what the other person is saying. You don't really manage to properly read emotion and nuance, so you miss it. And then you come and you have rejection sensitive dysphoria. There's rejection sensitivity, which anyone can have, where you're sensitive to being rejected, to being viewed as second best, you hate yourself, but you don't have you have the negative self-talk that is in rejection sensitive dysphoria. But it's not like unlike rejection sensitive dysphoria. Rejection sensitivity is just a sensitivity to being rejected, a fear. It's not based on reality most of the time. But rejection sensitive dysphoria also, unlike rejection sensitivity, comes with an emotional pain from those feelings, whether they actually should exist or not. And it therefore comes with, obviously, anxiety and depression. So what is it? Oh, let me ask you, do you think you've got it? Your child, your colleague, your spouse, your future spouse, do they fear being rejected even though there's no reason to? Do they have a huge amount of negative self-talk? And so if you just say, hey, I'd like to have a chat with you, or if the boss says, I'd like to have a chat with you, already they're thinking, great, I've been fired, or oh no, I messed up. And yet it was said in a neutral tone, and perhaps they're actually calling you to say, you did a very good job, well done. Do you know someone like that who feels like, oh, the world's about to end, they want to talk to me? Also, they have a bad self-image. No matter what you can say about them, they still feel like they're not good enough. I told my child's birth mother's daughter, because they're half siblings, that I believe birth mother has this. She has it in spades, and our daughter has it too. Anxiety, suddenly feeling sad, that's another one. Just suddenly feeling sad for no real reason is one of the hallmarks of rejection sensitive dysphoria. Not wanting to disappoint people, strong people pleasing behavior. You want to be on people's good side. You don't want them to ever think you're terrible, never. And so unfortunately, you might go too far in people pleasing in a way that harms yourself, as an aside, or they might if you're talking about your loved one. And because of that, any criticism or flaw that's pointed out, it means they've displeased you. And then the world has fallen apart. They forget all the positives you've said about them. They forget all the positives they have innately, the strengths. They ignore them. They focus and feel, painfully feel the, oh no, why did you write on the wall? It's an emotional pain, and it stays. It stays in the mind and it builds up. Okay, I'm bad in this way. I'm terrible in that way. I displeased this one. I disappointed them. I am a disappointment. I am worthless. And understandably, sadly, there's a higher suicidal ideation. I'm not good enough, so why should I continue living? Self-confidence, non-existent. I mean, if you already think you're nothing, there will be no self-confidence. You don't think you're good enough even when you are. Even when you're praised, even when you tell your child, I love you, they will feel like they're not loved. Perfect example, my daughter, I was going to teach them. And I said this time that my 5-year-old Nelo should not come to school at the same time because both their work was heavy on me. I need to be directing it. So I said, okay, you'll come at separate times. So I first said, let me take Nelo first and then Amy, you will come second to school. She went ballistic and wrote, I'm not loved. Just because I said, no, you can't come to school at the same time. I am not loved. X's on the wall. And when you ask them and you really tell them to dig deep and you ask them, have I ever shown you in any way that I don't love you? And they'll say no. Do you really believe I don't love you? No, I know you love me. But the negative self-talk is louder. So in that moment, just something mild like that, they lose it. I am not loved. That's why I'm being treated this way. After the acknowledgement that of course she's loved came the shame. She tried to hide her work. We couldn't wipe it off, clean it off. Soap wasn't working. So she covered it so that no one ever sees her terrible words in her thinking. Also, if they get a neutral response that isn't praise or even a put down, they view it as a put down, as a rejection or a negative criticism, even if it's just neutral. And if one child made a great effort and succeeded at something, I do find something positive to say to her too. Because in that moment, even though nothing negative has been said to her, the fact that someone else has been acknowledged and affirmed makes the person feel as if that means they are terrible and pathetic. Another one, avoiding people, avoiding forming new relationships because you're scared if they get to know me, they know the real me, they will hate me. I will not fit in. I will not be accepted. So let me just go away. And if you get to tell people about yourself or someone, or they expose or express themselves about themselves or converse about themselves, later on it's, oh boy, what if I said something wrong? What if I said something that will make them not like me anymore? Rejection sensitive dysphoria is painful for the person and for those who love them because you love them. I told another ADHD mom that I believe their child has that because he's 8 and he really, really feels like he's hated, pathetic, useless, even though she tells him so often, I love you, you're lovely, you're a good guy. And unfortunately, you can't, that's the other thing, as a loved one, you can't let every flaw or wrong behavior just pass by without mentioning it, without stating this is not a positive thing. You have to say it. If they go and play with bees, I'm not going to let my child play with bees in case they get stung. So I have to say, Marissa, that is not a good idea. It's not safe. Let the bee go free, okay? But then she'll be, oh, I messed up. Oh no, I am so bad. It's terrible. It's really bad. The treatment, if you have Ritalin or any other kind of ADHD medication, it kind of helps because it already helps regulate the thinking a bit. But there's also it needs a lot of talk therapy, psychotherapy, for the person to realize that they're not as bad as they are, for them to be taught how to deal with the emotional aspect, to step back and learn for themselves. Okay, let me really analyze what the person said, really said. Is it as bad as I felt it was? And that's all you can do. Make them analyze, stop, or remind them that this doesn't mean I don't love you. I was just needing to do A, B, C. And then I will look at your picture. Or I couldn't see your picture because I couldn't look at your picture because I was in a meeting on Zoom. But I do want to see what you drew. I'm just thinking of examples when the child would be told, wait. For them, wait means you are. Get up, get lost. Wait means get lost. You're nothing to me. I'm not interested in you. It's a horrible part of neurodivergence if they have it. If one has it, you can't really fight against someone's emotions and thoughts. All you can do is hope for the best and keep reminding them. And so my one last tip is remind them when they do something positive, say, mention it, note it. When they haven't done something negative, say, hey, it's been so calm, thank you. Or find something positive to say. Your smile is beautiful, your smile makes me happy. I'm happy when you're doing this. I really like being with you. Think positive. You have to be more consciously positive than you would for your child. Any child needs positive affirmation, but they need it on a huge emotional scale because their own thoughts are damaging. And it makes you wonder then, what happens with people who had parents who were not loving? It really just makes you feel sad. And you really do wonder. I don't know if suicide is allowed as a word, but I'm thinking of people who have done so because a boyfriend dumped them. What if that is a culmination of, I can't live. If they don't love me, no one else does. No one else ever will. I am not worth loving because they have left me. We can never know. We will never know, obviously, because they're gone and they can't explain it unless they've left a note. But yeah, these are things that many of us have never heard of. Many of our parents don't know about. And because they don't know it, they might brush off the actual impact that their words had. Please, why should you be so upset? All I said was that kind of attitude. That's what I need us to stop. I need us to realize that if your child acts like this, there could be real, significant emotional pain they are feeling. We need to be more loving, less accusatory, less harsh, more gentle, and ignore more. The little things that don't matter, ignore them. Focus on the big things so that they don't go around the whole day thinking, oh great, I did this, I did that wrong, she said this is wrong, mom said this is bad, all day long. They already feel it. The disconnect already is there just from the ADHD or autism. So that's really my point to this video, is so that if you believe your child is like this, love them more. Show them, tell them more often, more exuberantly, and turn a blind eye to more. Nothing, of course, that would cause them danger or harm to other people, but turn a blind eye to much more. I don't want us to lose our children because I don't want our children to disappear from us because of us, words we spoke. And also just when you feel sad that your child can't understand that you love them, they can't control it. It's not that you are not communicating that you love them. It's that their emotions are so strong that the emotions don't want to believe you. It's not your fault. If you aren't the harsh, get over it parent, then you're the other one who is distressed and also as depressed as that child is. Be kind to yourself as well. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself you are doing your best. And when your child is older and more able to understand, do try and get them to therapy if you can afford it. It might give you more tools, both of you. One of the other things they have, anger. Sudden anger. Just like that. Haven't we seen that a lot in many of our children anyway? Even that. Don't take it personally. It's a fight in the frontal lobe. It's not you. It's the fight in the frontal lobe. Not being able to regulate emotion, feelings, thoughts, cognition, all of that is impacted. And it's not your fault. I hope we can all learn. I wish we could strengthen our children, but we can't. All we can do is keep reminding them that they're worthy of our love. They deserve our love, and they are loved. Keep on saying it, even if they don't believe it.